What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Noob. Yes, I know, I've been pretty much gone the whole month of July. Between work and not feeling too well, and for some reason, God wanting to cook New York, I just really haven't been motivated. Unfortunately, I'm one of those type of people that if I get too warm, I lose all motivation. But luckily, today is a cooler day, and I decided I want to come at you with an unboxing. I got myself a package in the mail, and it's kind of a semi-annual thing that happens at least twice a year. I like to update my manga and my light novels. My shelf behind me, as you see, is growing, and I have recently added more books to it. And I wanted to share with you what has come in the mail this time around. So let's get started with the first novel. Starting with the continuations of the light novels that I have in my collection, we are starting off with Shield Hero, The Rising of the Shield Hero. Now, I first got into this when the manga first came out. I enjoyed isekais, and I really enjoyed this because the treatment that he got, I didn't agree with it, and just like Naofumi in the anime, I really hated the royalty because of the way they treated him. The other heroes were completely stupid, and I loved his progression from going from novice to I will kill you with my shield if I have to. It's like what happens if Captain America really got pissed off. This volume takes place right after the bitch princess has portrayed Naofumi as kidnapping the second princess, Mel, and now they're on the run. From just the cover of this, if you can see, that priest is there, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna get up all the way to the point where he fights against the priest. Maybe we'll get to that whole execution potential scene that we see in the anime where Trash and Bitch get their proper names. I want to read about his darkness shield because, let's face it, in the manga it looked really cool. In the anime, they did a great details of it, and I want to see if this will actually show more of his thought process about that whole revenge shield thing, and so I can't wait to read this one. The next one is off of an anime, a game, and a manga. It is My Romantic Teen Snafu is the title it's most commonly known, but this is called My Youth Romantic Comedy Is Wrong As I Expected. As you can see from the cover, I have enjoyed this anime. I first watched it as an anime. I didn't read the manga. I didn't get around to it, but I was waiting so long for season 3 that I decided to start reading the light novels. And of course then season 3 just started airing, but I've enjoyed this. This is volume number 4. Hachime is, you know, being Hachime, grumpy and all that. You got Yukino and Yue, his little sister, my favorite Trap. All the characters have been building up in this. I'm not sure where this one takes place, but I've enjoyed reading more of the mindset of Hachime because he's actually not just a grumpy kid. He actually has a thought and a purpose behind why he does everything, and I truly enjoy that. The next one is off of a series that pretty much proves that I probably should have done D&D as a child. That is Goblin Slayer. This is the, 6th light novel in the series. Goblin Slayer is something I've enjoyed since I first heard of the manga. No, actually, I take that back. Since I first heard the anime. I watched the anime. I was thoroughly enjoyed. I couldn't wait anymore, so I started reading the manga. I read off the side story one, Goblin Slayer Year 1, which is great. If they ever wanted to do a spin-off series in anime, that one would be good. There was one that had a collection of some of the side stories, which was very entertaining. The volume before this one, number 5, is going to be off that Goblin Slayer movie that, as of the recording of this, should have premiered on Crunchyroll. So this is afterwards. So I'll have no knowledge of it. I won't have any heads up. I won't know what's going on. So this will be completely new territory for me, and I cannot wait to see what Goblin Slayer will be doing today. The next one has got to have one of the most OP isekai characters in such a squishy form that no one thought that this would become such a great impact in the anime and manga world. That is that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Our boy Rimaru. I am sorry. I love this boy. Ever since that first episode, when he got to the point where he told his friend as he's dying to destroy his PC. I automatically fell in love with this anime. I never read the manga originally because I had a preconception. You know, slime, transfer to another world, and I was thinking, ooh, we're going to get so much ecchi stuff. But I was completely wrong, and I am so glad that I started watching the anime and then reading the manga, and now reading the light novels. God, this is, from what I remember, this is right after the whole conference of the Demon Lords. He has taken care of Clayman. Our Dragon Boy has finally been released and has come back. That one bitch knight who tried to kill Rimaru in one of the previous light novels, she's now semi kind of okay with him. At last we knew they had a fight, but they ended it in a draw, and they kind of came to a stalemate. I don't know if that's good or bad, but hey, she might be visiting. I can't wait to read this because, I'm sorry, I love Slime here. I love our Slime Boy. Rimaru is just hilarious in all the things he does. Miss Shion is, I'm sorry, that is my waifu from this anime manga. I'm sorry, and One in a business suit, she just looks way too good. And now that she can actually cook, it's even better. So I cannot wait to read more of this, especially since Diablo is slowly becoming one of my favorite characters. The next one is one that I enjoy, but I don't think got a lot of love when the anime came out, especially since I think they kind of rushed it a little. But I've enjoyed the manga, and I've really enjoyed the light novel. It is, didn't I say, make my abilities average in the next life. This is your isekai OP character, but she's a klutz. If you haven't read this or seen the anime, basically your character dies when she gets reborn. She just says, I just want to be average. I don't want to be popular. I actually want to be able to make friends, yada yada. And God, being stupidly literal, went, okay, a worm is the weakest, a dragon is the strongest. We'll put you halfway in there. That means she's half the strength of an elder dragon. Boy, did she have such an adventure. It's funny. This is one of those isekais that's hilarious to watch. It's a cute girl with her cute girl friends doing cute things while being adventurous. There's good battles. Yes, she's OP as hell, but that's not the thing that makes it enjoyable. It's not the adventures. It's her interactions with people and places and new things. Simple things that she does, like introducing Japanese folk tales to people who become extremely interested in them. Kind of introducing pop figures by carving them out. Having them do Power Ranger poses with smoke going after them. It's just hilarious to watch the anime. The manga is great. I love the light novel. It's actually further than the manga now. And I can't wait to see what else is going on. Yes, the adventures of her trying to figure out what the dragons are looking for, because they kind of make it sound like that they're looking for nukes, being that this world is born from another world. So I don't know if I kind of like the thought of a dragon with a nuke, but I want to see where our lovely Mile and her Crimson Vow friends are going to go in this. The next light novel is one that I cannot express how much I've enjoyed the manga. Loved the light novel. Fucking hated the anime. Oh my god, the anime on this was proof enough that some companies should slow the fuck down. I'm talking about Atherita, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. I love this manga. I love this light novel. When the anime was announced and it was going to come out, I was extremely ecstatic. I also learned that there's going to be a season 2, maybe a season 3. And then I watched the anime. And I wanted to punch someone in the face. This is a light novel manga story that needs time. Your main character, him and his class get isekai'd. He's one of the lowest ranks. In the dungeons when they're training, some asshole who's jealous of him being around the student council president, homeroom lady, whatever the hell her title was. So he knocks him into the labyrinth. The boy gets fucked. There's no way to put it. Loses an eye, loses an arm, has to eat monster meat, so by the time he leaves the dungeon, he's kind of half monster. Luckily, he gets a lolly vampire waifu, and then a bunny waifu, and then so many other waifus who come along. I've enjoyed this. Now, when the term edgelord comes around, yes. Our boy in this story fits edgelord way too well. But I enjoy the story. I just enjoy the level of I don't give a fuck that he has, and I want to see where this is going to go. The battles in this are ramping up. The gods are starting to make their moves. I mean, they're sending down angels. He's having to fight massive monsters, and I want to see where else this story goes. This is one of those stories where I say skip the anime. Just read the manga, read the light novel, and you will enjoy it way more. Alrighty then. Now that was the bundle of my continuation ones. I do have 3 mangas that are new, or I guess one of them is a side story, but these are new to my collection that will have to find new spots on my shelf. The first one is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. It is A Certain Magical Index. I have loved a certain magical, a certain scientific universe. I've enjoyed all 3 versions. You've got the original, which is the the magical index one. You've got the scientific railgun, and then you have the scientific accelerator. This one follows the story of Toma and Index. Now, Toma is your run-of-the-mill, most unlucky character in this story. He goes to Academy City, which is a city that specializes in science, especially with espers. Now, each person here pretty much has a power, except he doesn't have your normal power. What he has is something called Imagine Breaker. Basically, he can neglect other people's powers just by touching with his right hand. Yada yada yada, things happen. Eventually he meets this lolly nun named Index and gets dragged into the religious side of the world where they use magic. And his adventures are basically him and Index dealing with whatever shit comes around, especially since people are after Index, because the thing about her is she's got a photographic memory, and she has memorized, without realizing it, all the grimoires that have the most powerful magical spells. She can't use magic in the traditional way, but if people can capture her and try to use her to get the grimoires, things happen, and our boy Toma will have to fight them because he's protecting her. This, I've got the first 2 volumes, this one being the second one, and I think it goes up to the Alchemist Arc, which I kind of enjoy because there's this scene in the Alchemist Arc where Toma loses his right arm, and then for some reason a motherfucking dragon comes out of it and attacks the alchemist. Which I just thought, because the alchemist part of this was his alchemist powers was he can make any thoughts into reality, and I was thinking, okay, Toma just for some reason thought dragon out of his arm. But in the latest dub of the scientific railgun, our motherfucking boy Toma whips out like 8 elemental dragons out of his fucking arm. Where the fuck is he hiding these powers? I have to read these light novels now because I'm sorry. I thought Toma's powers were just, I'm going to touch something and break it. No, this motherfucker's got motherfucking dragons coming out of his fucking arm. I need to know why. I need to know why they're elemental dragons. I need answers. I feel like that clip from The Big Bang Theory. You know, I don't need sleep. I need answers. So I have decided to start reading these because I need to know what the fuck up is with those dragons. Now the next one I know causes a bit of a fight in the anime community because there's the first half that says, yes, it's an anime. But then there's the second half that says, no, it's not. So I consider it an anime because it has the anime aspects. I consider it an anime as much as I consider Avatar, which is another argument of, is it an anime, is it not? That is Ruby. This is the latest volume that just came out. This is Ruby Before the Dawn. I have read the first one, which mainly had to deal with Team Coffee, and this one seems to also deal with Coffee and whatever his team was. I can't remember the acronym for his team, but I don't know what this is about. All I know is this is the latest light novel version of theirs. I have loved Ruby. The world of the Grimm is quite enjoyable. Rooster Teeth has become one of my favorite companies to pay attention to. The fact that most of these characters are stories. You know, your first character is Ruby. She's Little Red Riding Hood. You've got Weiss, who's Snow White. You've got Yang, who is Goldilocks, and then you have Blake, who's supposed to be from Beauty and the Beast. And then you got all these other characters. Now, Coffee is a team that I don't think gets enough love as it is, especially since it's got two of my favorite ladies, Velvet and Coco. And I want to know more about them, especially since, yes, Team Ruby is the main story, main group that you follow, but what happened to the other groups after Beacon fell? What happened to Beacon when it fell? When will these other groups team up with Team Ruby? Because they got to all come back together. So I'm hoping that this light novel will fill in some of the gaps like the last light novel did. And now for the last light novel in my collection that came in. It is The Irregular at Magic School. Or at Magic High School. My apologies. I don't know what it is about this anime that I loved. I have watched it like 4 times. I always keep my eye on because I'm hoping it gets an English dubbed. Your main character is the boy here with the gun and his sister, mostly behind him. Basically, Magic Academy is when you have magical powers, you go to the school, and in the school, people are separated into 2 groups. You've got the flowers and the weeds. Now, the flowers are like the elites, you know, they're the best of the best and yada yada, where the weeds are the lower rank, the weaker of the magical powers. Now, our boy gets stuck in the weeds because the way they do the testing in the school is kind of at a disadvantage of him. He may be the most powerful, well, he probably isn't, but he's more powerful than a lot of the characters in that, but because his timing takes so long, it disqualifies him. And, you know, it starts out the basic, you know, he's weak, a lot of the higher-ups try to pick on him, get their asses whooped, but then you learn more and more about him, about his secret job that he had on the side, about how strong he really is. And I just like the interaction between all the characters. The sister kind of loving on her brother a little too much makes me question, you know, the incest route a little, but there's enough gaggle of girls that are around him that I'm sure there's got to be a lovely lady that will convince him to not look at his sister as much. I know there's a second season coming out. I believe it's either next season or the season after. It depends on if it gets delayed. I want to see where it's going to go. I've read parts of the mangas. This will be brand new to me. I want to see what details they're going to give. Like I said, I've enjoyed the anime, and I'm hoping I enjoy the light novel. Well, folks, that's my new collection of light novels that I've added to my inventory. Have you been reading any of these stories, or is there any that kind of interest you that you might want to start? If any of them pique your interest, let me know in the comments below. I might do a more in-depth talk about them. And yes, I've been gone for the whole month, but hopefully now that it's cooling down, I'll be able to get more videos out. And on a personal note, I would like to thank the several new people who started following me. I've finally gotten over 250. I'm almost at 260. And yes, I know in the YouTube world, 200 and something people is not a lot, but I'm just an idiot rambling on. So, hey, I've got 200 something people listening to me. Yay! I'm happy. It's like I'm not aiming for the top, but I'm glad to know that some people are listening to me and might be enjoying my content. So, once again, thank you very much. Folks, I'm the Noob. Thank you for listening. I do apologize for being so gone, but I'm now back. So I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you enjoy some of the light novels I've suggested. And I hope y'all have a good day. See ya!